brand new banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt with this. Like, not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I steal the question from Cabs.
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb ball. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means? It's fucking Knucklehead Comics. We in the building. We got Cap in the building. We got toe tags in the building. Ray is on his way. What do you say? What do you do? What do you do? What do you how? What do you this? What do you that? What's going on, Cap? How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. What's going on with you?
I tried to solder my bracelet again with the gold solder that I got, and apparently the gold solder I got ain't fucking solder or some shit, because that shit ain't melting no matter how much heat I put on that motherfucker. So now I'm resoldering this shit with the old shit.
Then, okay. You bought something gold that should have been soldered, but it's not melting. So now you're going back to the silver.
Yeah.
I was surprised you were able to get it off to replace it.
Huh?
So I was surprised you were able to get the solder off to replace it.
Oh no, I bought a bunch of these clips.
Oh, okay.
So I just cut them off. I bought the Hello Mother, Hello Father. I don't know what you got, but that ain't solder. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not.
All right, so what we got on the docket today? Besides the top of your head there.
Fuck. We got Spiderman No Way Home. No Way Home. Yeah, we're gonna discuss that movie after watching the cartoon, because it leaves a lot of questions. That cartoon. We're gonna talk about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which was good. I enjoyed it. We're gonna talk about that. there's some news going on. Daredevil starts in next week.
Yeah, next Tuesday, as we're gonna be doing this show, Daredevil
Born again.
drops its CD. Or its CD. Pff, like it's a fucking. I'm listening to too much of the fucking hip hop beef shit.
Daredevil drops his mixtape on Kingpin. Be a man, Kingpin.
Yeah, and shit, what he has to say about Drake is even more explosive. Also, the Andor starts up too in a few weeks.
Yeah, which I didn't get a chance to see the trailer. What did you think of it? Did you see it?
Oh, it looks good. The trailer gives a like a mix between James Bond and that Rogue One feel, where it's like now we're getting into the meat of the shit that leads us. I don't know if you remember Rogue One with that alley scene where he's talking to the guy and they're about to get caught and he's like, "Well, fuck it, just shoot him and bounce."
Yeah, I remember that. No,
This seems like we're getting to that point where by the end of the season we're gonna have that guy.
believe it or not, I actually seen Rogue One a couple times just because like
Yo, Rogue One is one of the better Star Wars movies.
yeah.
It's probably the only Star Wars movie out of which lends into some of the news, but the only Star Wars movie out of this new batch that is undeniably agreed upon as good.
Yeah. Speaking of the news, might as well break it now.
Yeah, so apparently it is being reported, not official yet, but it's being reported that by the end of 2025, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from being the head executive at Lucasfilm. There's no word on who's going to be replacing her or what the situation is going to be, but right now, as I was looking it up, Andor season 2 is in the books, coming out in a few weeks. Grogu and or Mandalorian and Grogu, I think that's what that movie's called, is in post production,
Nice.
and everything else is being held right now. So there's nothing actively being worked on at the moment. Which, if this is true and she does step down, should make the next few months of transitioning to whoever the next person is smoother because they're not worried about coming in the middle of production on a whole bunch of other shit.
And the Mandalorian is not her shit, right?
Well, I mean, technically everything is hers because she gave the green light. She was in charge, but that's more Dave Filoni and John Favreau's
Yeah,
project.
because like she gets blamed for Hulk and Deviant or whatever.
She gets blamed for the Acolyte because she was almost like directly involved in that bullshit.
Word. She wrote that shit shot for shot.
No, not shot for shot, but she definitely had her hands in the cookie jar and all that. I don't even want to fucking beat that dead horse. What a fucking stain on the legacy. If legacy does exist.
I hear you, but I mean, listen, man. There's one thing that I've been saying when shit's bad. Sometimes shit got to be all fucked up for you to learn how to do things a new way without any you know rules and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they see how fucked up her shit is, and they go, you know what? Let's change this shit and let's start fresh. Or we could take the idea from this that we got and do that. You know?
Now, this is gonna be big because there's two camps now. There's the camp of, hey, this is Disney's Star Wars. So how do we make Disney Star Wars good? Or the camp of the purist who like, yo, this is George Lucas's Star Wars. stick closer to what the fuck he was doing. And where do you fall in that argument? Where would you fall in that?
I mean, George Lucas's Star Wars is, you know, okay. It was more story than actual like movie. But I think with the Mandalorian and Grogu and the the cartoons and all that other shit, I think we gotta go into that direct. Like we gotta lean heavy into what what brought us to the dance. Like, I enjoyed the fucking the cartoons. The Rebels cartoon,
Clone Wars.
the Clone Wars. That's the one I was looking for this whole fucking time. The Clone Wars, you know the Bad Batch when they were introduced in the Clone Wars. I haven't been able to watch the season that convincingly yet. Or, I don't know if that's the word for. I haven't been able to watch straight through the Bad Batch.
Consistently.
Yeah, consistently. There you go. But I have been enjoying, when they were introduced. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that there's some good stuff going on, and they need to stick with that shit because that shit is what made Star Wars relevant again. At least to me, it kind of made the fucking. I feel like it opened up the eyes to a new generation of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, so then you would agree they got to stick closer to what George was doing.
So that stuff was with George.
Yeah, definitely Rebels, definitely Clone Wars. All that shit happened even before Disney took over.
And then, but I still like the Mandalorian and
So the Mandalorian is a little bit of a pass because that's again Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni was, I mean, not to steal some shit from Chris Jericho, but he sat under the learning tree of George Lucas. Dave
yeah,
Filoni is the one who did the Rebels cartoon and Clone Wars and shit. So he's more of that world.
yeah.
And honestly, I'm of the
What up, guys?
opinion that every single thing that is what's now called Legends or Extended Universe that people love about Star Wars that is not the Skywalker saga is George Lucas era.
So like Ahsoka Tana,
So I'm talking about like Darth Raven, Darth Bane. I'm talking about all the books that Hoax
okay,
likes to bring up.
yeah,
Anything that all the comics from Dark Horse that came out. Like all that shit happened based in the world that George Lucas put forth. And there's such untapped and unmined potential in those stories that to do something new like they half-assed tried to doesn't work because we haven't exhausted all the shit we could yet. Because I'm sorry, however you feel about Ray, Finn, and Poe, right? Good, bad, or indifference, whatever you feel about them. Okay, that look pretty good. Is that the goal again, or
regular starter.
all right?
I think I got it.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, man, whatever you feel about Finn, Ray, and Poe, they're not better than Asajj Ventress. They're not better than Darth Raven, Darth Bane. They're not better than the Old Republic. They're not better than Yaddle. They're not better than the I forget his name, but the dude that you like with the lightsaber who can turn people to one
Yeah,
side of the force or the other.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, like all those stories are more compelling. And I mean, we just have what's his name, General Thrawn, where we got the what is it, the Son of the Empire shit.
Yeah, and Ahsoka.
Yeah, like he's from the external universe. Like we have shit that we can do from there that hasn't been tapped yet, hasn't been talked about. And the only good thing that came out that was new is out of Dave Filoni. Whether it be Din Djarin, Grogu, Bail, Bail, and Shin and all those guys, like those are good characters, but they all came out of the George Lucas camp.
Okay.
Anything that's new, Captain Phasma, horrible. Finn, they wrote him into oblivion. Poe, it's not fucking good. Who else was in there? Ray is not this Ray, the other Ray is a little bit iffy on there. I think the only thing that is universally loved from the new shit is maybe BB-8 and fucking Babu Frick.
Well, I mean, it's very hard not to like him.
Yeah.
Baby, you do no.
It's liked for the wrong reasons. It's not because of just this makes sense. It's just like they're lovable. But what's going on, y'all? My apologies for being late. How we
What's
doing
up,
at
Ray?
this?
Cool shit.
What's going on? What's going on?
Because you, Ray, I had to restart of my.
I was unfortunately. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be solder for like a motherboard and shit like that,
Yeah.
and it didn't melt. Like none of it melted. I literally rested the soldering iron on it
Yeah.
and didn't do jack shit.
Uh-oh.
Fuck it. I got the other one looking better anyway.
Got you. There you go.
There's always a downside to things, Ray.
So Ray, as you're jumping in here, what are your thoughts on the possibility, as it's being reported, that Kathleen Kennedy is going to step down by the end of this year?
He's the one
Even
who.
better question: do you know who Kathleen Kennedy is?
I was about to ask now, who is she again?
All right, so this is Mr. Kennedy's wife. No, she's the head of Lucasfilm.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who made the prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sequel trilogy. Yeah, I know you're a fan of The Acolyte, and that's one of your favorite shows.
Yep.
But
I saw it through and through. Now, at this
Shit.
point, I feel like it's one of those where it's like maybe it's time for someone new. Just because of unfortunately it being so hit or miss with a lot of these projects.
yeah, see, here's where we disagree.
Oh god.
Because it's not time for someone new.
Oh,
It's
God.
time for somebody right.
Oh god.
We need the right fucking person. I don't give a shit, new, old, fucking, just the right person who's gonna look at this and go, hey, we're telling a cohesive fucking universal story.
Yeah. Well, someone that cares. That's the thing. Someone that actually cares about the projects they're gonna put out instead of just let's make money. Even if it doesn't do that. Because the last few projects have not made them money. So. Like,
I think you're muted.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think the bitch is sitting there going, "Let's make money."
No,
I think she's saying like, "Let's change this to make it suit us better." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because usually when someone writes that story and they make a brand new origin for these characters, it's like you're trying to make it fit your demographic instead of for putting out a movie and having the people go, "You know what? This is actually pretty good." You know, and they stick to the script of it, and people just go, "You know what? Let me figure out what the rest of this shit is." Because as much as we talk about it, like fucking Endgame and Infinity War and Civil War and all that. Those are the highest rated Marvel movies.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure people are like, yo, this is actually pretty good. Hold on, let me go watch the other one.
yeah. Well, of course, it was like, okay, this was really good. Let me see what else they have. And then
Yeah.
it became the metric. It became the okay. So this is where they can go. Like this is the measuring stick, even though it shouldn't be, because it's like this took us this many years to get here. So calm down. They can't all be that. Like
Yeah.
Yo, that's a great fucking point, right? I honestly think that people forgot that the individual movies have to just be taken on account of their own that will lead into the bigger movie.
yeah, it's like because that's still the issue now that every time one of these movies comes out, it's like, oh, but it wasn't as good as this. It's like it's not supposed to be. Like it's its own movie. Like if you're gonna base it on that, it's like, then are we gonna do that for every film? That's like, oh man, like it's come on. Like you can't compare every movie to just its best form because it's like you're never gonna win. Like
Yeah,
you're
not
never
every
gonna
movie
win.
can be Citizen Kane.
I was trying to think of another series like that. I was like, well, the first Godfather was the best one out of the three. So I'm just like, okay.
But to that point,
Yeah.
you can't sit there and be like, "Hey, Married to the Mob was not as good as The Godfather." It's like,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to fucking be.
Yeah, it's
Well,
stuff like that.
I would argue Casino has to be one of the best Bond movies. Casino, Goodfellas,
Yeah,
movies like that. I think are
look
better.
how
Than
different Casino, Goodfellas, and The Godfather are. They're different enough that they're allowed to stand on their own merits.
Yeah. And again, there's films like that. Like I still say one of these days the best. Like you can't compare a lot of these movies to like Pulp Fiction, like being so many directions that it took. But it's like it's a standalone. It's like you can't. But people love to create their reasons to complain.
well, I mean, it depends because Pulp Fiction was like 12 movies within its own movie.
True, and it was supposed to lead to something else, but that just didn't work out.
Yeah, it led to Infinity War.
Yep. That's the. Yep.
But did you see that where it was like Samuel Jackson's character was, I forgot what,
On the
like,
tombstone, it had the quote that he said in Pulp Fiction.
yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I gotta watch that again. I never noticed that. That's a nice little callback right there. I think he had the wallet in another movie. I can't remember what it was. That legit. It's just to have the callback there.
And you know the
Possibly
biggest
Jackie
thing,
Brown, because he was in that too, and that's another Quentin Tarantino.
I think it might have been that he just had the wallet. It's just like there's little notches there, just little notches.
the biggest connection between Pulp Fiction and the Marvel universe is that John Travolta was standing around going, "You didn't pick me."
Not even for one of the movies they couldn't find something like John Travolta could have been at least in one of these.
First off, he was Howard Saint in the Thomas Jane Punisher.
Ray didn't know that.
I did not know that.
So,
No,
right, we're partners here. Why am I gonna reach for the hot tag if you're gonna be our truth?
Wait, so Cap, if you haven't known, I'm just the one that takes the heat. I gotta tag you in because I know you're coming in with that House of Fire. You know the spots. You got this. I'm just here to take the blame. That's it. Like I come in with like I'm here to take the moves. That's all I do.
No, I
he
chose
comes in
you
to take the
as a
baby
tag
mamas.
partner because I thought we were gonna be Demolition. I didn't think we were gonna be, or even
No,
the fucking the Killer Bees or something. I didn't know we were gonna be Tozawa and fucking Otis.
Hey, Tozawa had a good showing yesterday. I felt so bad. I'm like, damn, why does Tozawa already look defeated? So I was like, have you ever been chopped by Gunther? No. You would feel defeated too. Like,
Yo,
Okay.
have you seen the Thomas Jane Punisher?
yes.
He doesn't know who Thomas Jane is.
All right.
All right, Ray.
No,
Fair
no.
question.
There we
You
go.
know who the Punisher is?
Do you want Lay to kill me now or later?
I mean, if there was an option.
Yo, right. Here's a serious question here.
Yes.
50-foot shark and you hit me. What movie's that?
Oh my God.
I'll give you the fucking hint. It's Thomas Jane.
Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie too.
LL Cool J.
Fuck.
There's a distance, there's a color, and there's a place.
I know. I was thinking I couldn't fucking remember Deep Blue Sea. I'm sorry. I was like,
fucking Google it.
No, motherfucker, where?
You got those glasses.
No, you know what's funny? I am getting a pair of those glasses.
See?
I was like, the fucking Super Bowl commercial got me. I'm like, I kind of want a pair of those glasses.
Yo, for anybody watching at home, you can ask Toe. I used to be able to recite that entire Punisher movie verbatim. From beginning to end, the entire movie. That's how much I like that movie.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I played because that was the one that they based the game off of too. And I played the game. So that's fucked up that I couldn't fucking remember the movie. You muted again.
Which
am I muted?
Oh, you were for a second. I was
like,
I could have. Yeah.
Speaking of which, next week, WWE 2K25, a melding of our nerd sphere and the wrestling sphere.
Oh yeah, it does come out. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Damn, yeah. So,
dude, I'm hyped. Normally, there's only what do you call it? Was it 2022 or no 2020? I did not like the story because you had to be Trey, the fucking idiot who.
Oh, you mean when you could actually play the game though, because of how many glitches it had? Because 2K20 was so unplayable.
I would manage to play it.
Like man, the amount of times that the game would basically just say, "Nope." Like it wasn't even online. It was just the game did not want to work. Like they legit gave us a broken. That was not to even joke around about it, but that was the tail sign of what 2020 was going to be for it. The game was broken. Like, and then we went from there. Oh,
yeah, but this game looks like it's going to be fucking good.
Yeah, no, it's everything from the roster right now. The fact that the base roster is over 300 people.
Is it?
Okay. The base game is at least 200 people, and then it's a bunch of John Cena's and Triple H's. But it's at least a decent 200 people.
That roster is so large that it still has people in there who were fired.
No, and that was the funny thing because it was like if you saw the IGN release of like how they put the roster, it was like, and it also features these,
which is weird because Alexa, they had some people on that list like Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I was like, what?
People were like, wait, she's there.
I was like, wait, were they told like, hey, this person might also get released, so just put them with them? Like,
dude, I saw that list. I was like, wait a minute, did Alexa Bliss quit?
Yeah, but it was cool at least that they acknowledged that they're also in the game. But the fact that there were so many NXT people in this roster, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I counted it for at least for the men. It's only 23, but that's good.
Hey, the fact that I was happy because Javon Evans is in the game, so I've seen him from.
Because your boy's bouncy, huh?
He's bouncy, man. He's bouncy. Shout out to Javon Evans, man. Seeing him and Jackson Drake, what they've become, it's dope to see. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing with his character in the game next week.
I hope, because they said that there's going to be some genuine shocks and surprises for the DLC.
I'm hoping
that the Saints go marching in.
I'm hoping that, but I'm also hoping it might have to also do with the person I interviewed yesterday.
Which came out today.
Yes, which came out 2 hours ago. So if you haven't already, make sure you after watching this, because keep watching us. But after, go to Respect the Craft and go watch my interview with
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, because he also that was a rumor that NXT, because of the crossover, we might see an NXT TNA DLC pack this year.
They were saying that if it is, that's where you get Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace, the Hardy Boys, Moose,
Yeah.
and I think the TNA AJ Styles. That's the rumor that I've been seeing.
I really hope the last one is true because the amount of times I've had to download from Community Creations a TNA AJ just because I love his gear, like from that era. It's like that would be dope. That would be dope. That would be dope. I just hope we also get the machine guns as DLC
Sure.
because it's like they just missed the cutoff times. I'm like,
Yeah.
can we please get them as DLC? Like,
I think if it was me, Machine Guns, Penta, Ricky Starks, they would be in their own.
yeah, low pack.
And Colossus.
You know what'd be crazy? Because they did it with Punk last year. We could see Ricky Starks make the cut. Because Punk came like after the game was already promoted.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like we get Ricky Saints in the game this year. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, next week we'll be playing.
It comes out next Friday for us because we pre-ordered the real shit.
Yeah. I made sure. I was like, they got me again. I had to buy the Bloodline edition.
Did you see the preview for the My Rise?
I did. I saw a little bit of it. I didn't want to watch the whole thing.
But I'll tell you right now, in the 20 minutes, absolutely nothing story breaking happens. They literally, there's a part that would break the story, and the developers who are they literally go, "Oh, we're not going to show you that," and they skip ahead.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I was like, I started it and I was like, okay, cool. I like how the models look, and I'm like, I'm done because I like to play My Rise. Like I like to actually
Dude,
jump
this
in.
year, you get the option to you're either a Raw superstar, a SmackDown superstar, somebody from a rival company, or an MMA fighter.
Damn, so that means you got to play this story 4 times.
That means you could play the story 4 times, and even more than that, because in another part they ask you, what personality do you have? Are you sly and cunning, bold and brash, or a clown?
Oh yeah, so you have very alternate ways you could take, which I like though. I like that it's not just like one definite story, which it works for, especially for content creators that are trying to like do streams off this. It's like, hey, you have a lot of ways you could take this. That's like you do various episodes and all that.
I think that's the problem with the NBA 2K games. Is like, I get the culture around basketball.
Yeah.
But it's very awkward when I'm fucking Frequency and my parents look like your shirt, but my creative guy looks like me.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be, I'm not adopted or anything.
You know, it's crazy because in GTA, you get to pick your parents.
Yeah, you get to pick everything. Like it was like it's little things like that just, hey, let's well, we can't expect too much from 2K because as we saw with the entrance for Jey Uso, at least they got the yeet part, but the fact that the crowd is yeet, it's like, I don't think I've ever seen the crowd bow when Jey Uso's coming up.
Yeah, listen,
dude, you're not watching hard enough.
Am I watching that wrong too? As Toes say, I watch movies wrong.
Yeah, they were in Japan, Ray.
My bad. Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
My bad. I'll make sure when I do universe mode in the Tokyo Dome. Make sure.
Yeah. Onichi
yeet. Holy shit. Oh man.
Any other news?
So Revenge of the Sith is 20 years old now, and it returns to theaters April 25th.
Okay,
it's episode 3.
Yeah, that's the one with the longest fucking lightsaber battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
where they stop in the middle of a fight for 30 seconds to just swing their lightsabers. I'm not to be that guy, but right, I'm not the biggest fan of the prequels, right? Because the second one, the fucking Attack of the Clones, I wasted an entire no, was it the I think it's Revenge of the Sith when it came out. If it's 20 years ago, yeah, I was in the Navy 20 years ago. Can you believe that shit? May 19th of last year, I left to go to boot camp. That was 20 years ago. Just wrap your heads around that shit, guys.
I'm trying to remember. I think shit. If that was 20 years. That might
You were
have
not
been.
even born yet.
No, I was. But the funny thing is that what that means is that was the first Star Wars I got to see in theaters.
Dude, I wasted an entire day in Barcelona for that shit.
Oh man, yeah, I think that was the first. You know what's bad though? Star Wars fans might hate me for saying this, but hey, I was what? I can't. I was 7. Okay.
You had to think
I
that
didn't
hard
think about
about
it. I didn't think about it. I was like, wait,
subtracting
how old am I again? Sorry, too many bumps to the head. I might have fell asleep during the movie.
And you call yourself a fan.
I'm sorry.
I mean, we can't all be as big a fan of Star Wars as Cabs.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's impossible.
That is like we talked about earlier with Infinity War being the meter. That's it. You gotta all be Cavs level of fandom for Star Wars. Did y'all talk about the Odyssey news or not yet?
We were waiting on you.
Okay, so if you're a fan of Spider-Man, they decided to push it back so it wouldn't conflict with the Odyssey. So Spider-Man 4 will now be released on July 31st, 2026, instead of the initial July 17th date. What is the Odyssey and why should we care?
Okay, let me break it down for you.
Okay.
1, this is Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
He's directing.
Okay.
So right now, Christopher Nolan is like the guy. If he says shit, it gets done.
Gotcha.
Right? But for the Odyssey, see, I don't know the rest of your background, Ray. The only thing I know about you is you're some sort of Spanish and some sort of habitual womanizer, apparently. Apparently. Allegedly. Right?
He hates women.
I know.
That's not what that means.
Why
You got all these baby mamas, apparently.
I know that's what you were saying, but I was just like, let me make sure I cut toe off because I knew.
Hey, you said that these women were bitches.
I did not say that.
You said they were habitual.
No.
Right. You know at least 2 of them are.
Yeah.
You know number 37 is come on. Anyway. So I don't know what your background is, but for the other 2 up here,
yes,
for me and the other guy,
yes,
Greek heritage.
okay. Yeah.
The Odyssey is the story of Theseus after the Trojan War.
Oh, okay.
Not Theseus. I'm blanking on the name because Greek names are hard to fucking say.
Gotcha.
Odysseus.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
After the Trojan War,
gotcha.
He went to go fight in. He tried to come back home, and it took him years to get back home. His ship kept getting blown off course. He landed with sirens. He landed with other shit, and by the time he got back, some other dude is banging his wife. Some other dude's in charge, and he had to do this whole thing to get back his everything that he lost because they thought he was dead. It took him so long. This could be an epic fucking story, especially with Christopher Nolan directing. Plus, they already have a fucking Odyssey story with Ralph Fiennes playing Odysseus. And I want to see which one is fucking better.
Got you. Okay. So that should be good. That should be good. I was just like, how do the two conflict? But I guess especially if there is that interest, um, I
I
think
heard
we can
that
wait a week.
I heard that they're also pushing back the Into the Spider-Verse to 2029.
Again?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Are we ever gonna get that part two?
I don't think they want to fucking do it.
Like, come on. How are we? How are we at? Just
You know what it was, Ray?
yeah.
They made his mom more predominant in the second one.
They were like,
And they were like, "Oh nah, we can't show this much Spanish in a movie in New York City, the most diverse city in the world. We're gonna have to let people cool off with that one."
What did you do, Ray?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So I mean, that sucks. But what do you expect? It's Sony; they can't pull their head out their ass.
no, apparently not.
Also, in news, there's a news saying that DC Studios has a 6-year plan that will culminate in an Avengers Endgame style event.
Okay. So now, are we doing the spirit behind the words? Or are we taking the words literally? Like James Gunn is just going to do a bunch of DC movies and then remake Avengers Endgame.
With DC.
They're gonna
not
remake
even with
Avengers
DC
Endgame
characters.
with,
He's just gonna remake Avengers Endgame.
and yeah, just put Dark Side on it. Don't even remake Infinity War. Just all right, you got all the characters. Boom, half of the universe is gone. Go back in time and fix it, Spider-Man. Apparently, also, from what I've seen,
Yeah.
that after 20 years, DC and Marvel are gonna actually make
Another collab?
yeah. I don't know what of, but I saw that somewhere that they're gonna actually do another collaboration.
Oh, it could be another Marvel versus DC.
How would that work?
Same way it worked last time.
Uh,
Last time there was a being that was created that was drawing both universes together to collide.
Mm.
And that dude did not disappear. He's the only character that is legit owned by both Marvel and DC. So we could have, especially with the new the Ultimates universe that just came back from Marvel,
yeah.
and DC has their own version of the Ultimates universe. We can have that where it's the Ultimate universes collide, and that's the Marvel versus DC we get. Is these new versions of characters coming together and fighting each other.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. How familiar are you with Cobra Kai, Cap?
Just a little bit from the shit that I watched.
Okay, so do you know the characters? Like,
Maybe.
so Johnny's son, you know that black kid that he was,
Yeah, the one that he was bullying, and then
yeah.
yeah.
So he wasn't bullying him. Russo's kid was bullying him.
All right,
He's-
right.
yeah.
He got him into Cobra Kai though, and that kind of fucked him up even more.
People are fan casting him for Miles Morales.
Okay. Now, who's doing Miles Morales? Sony, or is this a Spider-Man? Is this a Marvel Sony thing?
There's fan cast.
Okay.
Yeah, they've even done like a lot of AI images of how he would look in the suit. But I can see it. I can see it.
Yo, they're fan casting the kid from Stranger Things. I don't know. I don't watch Stranger Things. I don't know, but the black kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
To be a slightly older T'Challa.
It's been so long since I saw Stranger Things, I forgot what everybody looked like.
I was about to say, let me look. Hold on, let me look that up now because I kind of want to see. Let's see.
Yeah, don't get in trouble for looking up kids, Ray.
I was gonna put Stranger Things casts. Just yeah,
Okay, I can
no,
see him.
I can see that.
Reese Griffin.
Cool.
Him. Oh,
Yeah, that's not his
I
name.
was like,
I was looking down
are
here.
we looking at the same person? I was like, I thought his name was
It
Caleb.
says right here, Reese Griffin, Getty Images. I was like, all right, there you go.
Oh, but
Yeah,
that's the
But
if
that's
you
the
zoom in,
picture of him.
if you zoom in on that, he kind of looks like Chadwick a
yeah,
little.
yeah. He could. That could work. That could work.
If they had the foresight, I would have made him Red Guardian.
And that could work. I don't know how good his Russian accent is, but
I don't know, man. That might be
I think he can do it.
maybe we got
You know-
a little thicker, just a little thicker in the right area.
I hope. I mean, he's an up and comer. I hope they don't make him somebody like Hellboy.
I didn't know he was Hellboy.
You didn't know he was Hellboy?
I thought they got somebody that looked like fucking Thor to be Hellboy. Like I didn't watch that new Hellboy.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
A
at
lot
all.
of people didn't, so don't worry about it.
I unfortunately watched it. Yeah.
Hey,
Don't
there's an
worry.
even yo. Anytime I gotta look up who directed that. Anytime Mila Jovovich is in a movie, I guarantee you her husband directed it and it's gonna be shit.
He was in that movie?
Huh? Mila Jovovich was the main witch, the bad guy in that movie. The only thing I know about that movie is David Harbour's Hellboy, Mila Jovovich is the witch, and there's a character who in the comics is Asian, but they wanted a white dude to play him, and the white dude was like, nah, fuck that, hire this guy, and gave up the spot for an actual Asian actor to play him.
Nah,
Which is against the law now.
Nah, Damien, I can't agree with that. David Harbour at least has a decent. The accent is a lot better than Chris Pratt's Italian accent. Come on.
Oh, come on, the Red Guardian. Yes.
I'll give him.
I threw the shield and fucked up Captain America in 1982.
I'll give him a pass, man. David Harbour, it worked. It worked. I'm still looking forward to the
Yo, I
to
think
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts asterisk has an outside chance of supplanting Shang-Chi, Blue Beetle, or Civil War for my top 3 comic book movie slot.
Oh man, we're
Based on the trailers,
yeah.
I honestly think it might have an outside chance of creeping in there. And it's that one scene in the trailer where Guardian's looking at Yolanda and is like, yo, when I look at you, I don't see our failures.
Oof.
Like that line shows that, okay, somebody took this seriously to put heart and to, make it deeper, regardless of what other people see. I see that there's a level of care and how deep this can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marvel wants to make a mistake and actually wants to make something good. The mistake, for me at least, would be they want to do a second season of Agatha All Along.
Okay.
I think that would be pointless. What up, normal guy?
Yo.
What's going on, everybody? We didn't mention you earlier, but appreciate y'all coming by. Mr. Loki, Tyson, normal guy, Damien, everybody and anybody who's here. If Ray didn't say your name, because he hates you.
My apologies.
Remember, he's habitual.
Yeah. But I didn't like Agatha All Along season 1 was good, but Part 2 is what? Like what?
Well, now, if part 2 leads into the Young Avengers, because they're gonna find Tommy, or right? Tommy's the other one. Yeah, because Billy's the one that was there.
Yep.
Yeah, so if they find Tommy, train up Wiccan, then that leads into the Young Avengers. Okay, I see a reason for it. But Agatha's a ghost, y'all. So outside of that,
Yeah. Moon Knight season 2 is coming, yeah. And so they also want to make a second season of Hawkeye, which that I'm down for.
Okay, I'm down for
Yeah.
that. I like Hawkeye.
So they're right there. You do those two series in conjunction leading up to Young Avengers. Because you have Kamala Khan in the Hawkeye show. You have Wiccan and Tommy, which I forget his fucking superhero name. You get those guys. You can sprinkle in hints for some of the others. They meet up. You have at least 4 of them right there. So that when you get to that movie, at least 4 of them are established. Then you can add a couple of more auxiliary pieces, and boom. Now you're the 2024 New York Knicks. Not gonna win a championship, but at least you look good on paper.
Yeah. Hey, all right, I get it. Do you know who the fuck Henry Golden is?
Yes, Henry Golden is the guy who played Snake Eyes.
Okay, James Gunn has officially started following him on social media. I don't know why that's a fucking big deal.
Well, because he might be going after him to cast him as somebody.
The Immortal Iron Fist?
That's wrong company.
But right race.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be the one casting him for that, though.
Hey, you never know. They owe us. We're owed. But who the fuck would he play? Kung Fu Man? Or who's the guy? No, what's his name? Karate Kid. Is that who's getting?
No, who can he play? He could probably play
Ra's al Ghul.
I think that'd be a waste for him.
All right.
But he could play the Atom. The new version of the Atom is an Asian doctor.
Ray, we don't need Asian doctors. We just need doctors. He could just be a doctor, Ray. I don't know why he has to be Asian.
But because there's a distinction between the original Atom, who's clearly a white dude, and then the new Atom, who's not.
Nah, I hear you.
That'd be like saying, hey, let's get Show in here to play the part of Ray.
Well, the only reason why that wouldn't work is because
we couldn't get Show on time.
Yeah. The show wouldn't show up.
And Mr. Loki, apparently a lot of things got cut out of Captain America: Brave New World.
I still enjoyed the movie. They say it's a flop.
By the standards of the fact that you're not going to make more money than Thor: Love and Thunder, you're a flop.
Shit. Yeah, I mean that sucks. So, all right, here you go. You want to talk about 20 years ago and all that? The original release date for Blade was supposed to be this Friday.
Wait, the movie that is so impossible to write that they just said, fuck it, cancel it, let's not even do it?
Yep. We're supposed to be this Friday.
Yo, I am telling you right now.
Which I don't understand how they said.
I'm telling you right now, it is impossible to write a movie with African Americans and vampires. It cannot be shot.
In the 20s.
It cannot be done. It cannot be shown in theaters. It cannot be directed by anybody at Marvel. It can't star anybody who's ever in a Marvel movie. Like it physically and literally cannot be done.
I was gonna say, I mean, the common attraction for that movie you just showed. I mean, it looks alright, but it don't look like that's the reason why you don't make Blade. Like, I think Blade would have been better than that movie.
Well, I'm
But
just pointing out the obvious that
oh yeah,
it can be made.
so next week, Daredevil comes out. We're probably gonna be talking about that next week, but that's exciting. Before we got Daredevil, we got Spiderman. Which, Ray, did you watch the whole season?
I did. I got to
Okay.
finish it today, and there's a line in it that I was like, "Fuck that."
Oh, when he
That one
goes,
hurt.
bitch, I ain't Asian.
So to answer Mr. Loki's thing, because of the pandemic, the Suicide Squad only made 168 million worldwide, which I believe in the first weekend, Brave New World had already beaten that. But again, that was because the Suicide Squad was during the pandemic and it was day and date on HBO Max. You could have just stayed home and watched it for free, which is what we did.
Word.
Because only Raymond is luxurious enough to go to the theater every time there's a movie.
You know what's crazy? But I still haven't gotten to see like 3 movies that I want to see right now. So blame
Which-
COVID because I have
Which
not
one?
gotten to see.
Which one?
I wanted to see Hard Eyes,
Okay.
Captain America: Brave New World,
Okay.
and The Monkey, and I've not gotten to see these movies.
Okay. 2 of those 3 have something in common, and it's probably why you didn't go watch it.
The monkeys. So Ray didn't like kangaroos.
Then that was unintentionally way worse than where I was going with that.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, when the
I
movie
see where
starts out,
I see where you were going. That's why I said unintentional.
No, the monkey is like the monkey that likes to kill our families back. What?
Well, apparently that's not a horror movie. That's a comedy.
Both The Monkey and Hard Eyes are horror movies. That should have been the similarity.
That's not what I was going with.
No. Okay.
No, it's who's the lead in those movies, in 2 of those movies.
Who was that?
Patrick Stewart.
I'm gonna leave it there because we're supposed to be tag partners this year.
You know Ray ain't gonna even know the movie that he's watching.
So The Monkey, I legit have no clue on it because I just saw the trailer.
It's a dark comedy, from what I'm hearing. Don't go in there thinking that it's a horror movie.
So that's what I thought it was a horror movie, but okay.
If it's not funnier than Terrifier, there's no reason for it to come out.
Hey, Terrifier is a great fucking movie.
Yeah, that shit was funny as fuck.
Man, the amount of I still feel bad for the amount of laughing I did during Terrifier, and there's legit people petrified by the kills. And I'm just like,
One woman got up and walked out, and we're like, after the fact, like it's over.
if the alluding of killing a child wasn't what offended you,
Yeah,
there should be nothing else that offends you in that.
Yo, but God, come on, guys. They didn't show it. Like
Twice they killed 2 children in that movie. They showed neither. Like, you'll be okay. They allude to it. There's blood, but it's like, come on, Mike.
I can't wait for this 4th one. I want to see how they wrap this up.
My thing is, I know they said they're wrapping it up. I feel like this isn't the end.
But so here's the thing. This storyline can come to an end.
Yeah.
And then Art the Clown can keep doing whatever the fuck he's doing. But this storyline is done.
No, yeah. This is the end of like this chapter.
I don't know.
I don't see Art dying.
They're gonna have to get another chick that looks just as good as this one, covered in blood. Because I think Art and this chick is like fucking Michael Myers and yeah. And he doesn't say a word, but I think in the final one, when she like disintegrates his soul and Jesus comes down and takes him away from everything and there's not even a fucking atom left of him, he's gonna be like, bitch, I just wanted to kill you one time. One time.
Yo, what
You know
was
what I'm
that
saying?
from Soul Man? Let me get out of you one time.
Word. Yo, all right, we're gonna put Cap on the spot, Ray. You ready?
Oh,
From the first Avengers, because that's when they introduced the Hulk in the MCU. We're not counting the Incredible Hulk. To Infinity War. Before Infinity War. If the Fantastic Four was around, how would you have introduced a fight between the Thing and the Hulk?
when you say the Fantastic Four is around, go explain that. How are we like 3 movies in with them? Do we just know of them?
Um,
Is it like in Civil War or in Winter Soldier where that dude was like, "Oh, Stephen Strange." He said
Yeah.
it, but we haven't seen him.
yeah. Because they're not gonna be a part of what we seen in Avengers.
All right,
Like
so
it's like, yeah.
this is how I do it. Thor goes to Sakaar. He's getting, what do you call it? Because they show him in the trailer, so we know the Hulk is there. All right, Thor's getting his hair cut and some other shit happening. But as that's going on, we cut to Loki sitting there getting afraid because here's their champion, Hulk. And here's a brand new challenger that just so happened to show up, Benjamin Grimm. And we see a fight through all that. But Loki's afraid of the Hulk. He knows what the fuck that means. So in him trying to get, what do you call it? Like trying to root for the Thing to kick the shit out of the Hulk, Loki fucks up some shit. And they didn't call him the game. He was the game master, right? Why am I blanking on fucking names right now? Jeff Goldblum. I think he was the game master.
Yeah, Grandmaster.
So Loki's sitting there, he fucks something up, and the Grandmaster hits a button, kind of resets his memory, and turns around and goes, "All right, this was a draw. We'll get back to this." And as the Thing's being carted away, not carted away, but being put away, he gets in his earpiece. Oh, Thor's ready to go. And they're like, since that fight was fucked up, we'll give you a free bonus fight. Then you get the Thor and Hulk fight.
Okay. How would the Fantastic Four be there?
Well, because you specifically said the Thing and Hulk, I was just putting it as knowledge. Okay, the Fantastic Four are not around because they have been scattered somewhere else.
Okay.
The Thing is on Sakaar. Who knows where the other ones are?
Okay.
Makes sense. I mean, if you're not gonna have Battle Ray Bill, the Thing I guess is just as good because they stand toe and toe sometimes.
Yeah, because that's literally the only way I could see a fight between them that doesn't break what we've already seen.
Yeah. Ray, did you talk about the trailer for Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I was here for when we spoke about it.
You sure now?
Yep.
The only thing I remember is you saying that you like Sue Storm because she turns invisible. Nah, but
Because I remember I asked about her thoughts on Pedro because of it didn't feel out of place. Remember that we talked about if he wasn't actually
Oh,
Mr. Fantastic.
that
yeah,
that reminds me. What we watched The Equalizer 2 over the weekend with my dad. And I made a comment. It's like, I think they didn't show Reed Richards use any of his powers because Pedro has it in his contract. If he's in a movie, he has to die. So Reed is going to die due to that stipulation.
yeah. He died in
Um,
Equalizer.
Yeah. Well, I think has he died in everything he's been? I was like, wait a second. I don't think
Any
he's died.
movie I've seen him in, he's died.
He also died in
Game of Thrones.
Narcos and in Game of Thrones. Yeah, he might just have a contract that he just dies.
And technically, you don't see him in The Mandalorian, so
Yeah.
you don't need to kill him.
I was gonna say if this doesn't shape well for Pedro Mandalorian.
No, he's like Sean Bean. That's another dude that no matter what he's playing, he has to die.
Well, there you go.
I guess it's better than Sean Kemp.
For a short time, nobody was better than Sean Kemp. Ray, who's Sean Kemp?
John, I'm like,
All right, I'm going to give you a hint and then ask you a question. He's an athlete. Just give me the sport.
no, yeah, I would not have known. I looked it up now.
Damn it. So you all right.
No.
Yeah. See, you do cheat. You do use Google.
Oh, I had to this time because I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna know who this is. I was like, the name wasn't even ringing the bell, so I was like, wait, let's look it up. Nope, I wouldn't have known this. My apologies.
Man, you have no other interest between wrestling and accruing as many baby mothers as possible. Like,
Apparently, I just don't watch the movies correctly because I've
All
watched.
right. You watch Family Matters, Ray? Were you old enough to watch Family Matters? You remember Grandmama?
Yes.
You know who that was?
do you know who Uncle Drew is?
But yeah,
Yo,
I did watch the movie. Now I'm fucking drawing a blank on.
Oh man,
God damn it!
it's on Netflix.
It is, but I've seen the movie. That's the worst.
All right. I'm
I
going
don't
to give you a
think you
break
have,
on the
right?
other one. Larry Johnson.
It's Grandmama.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a power forward. He played for the Knicks for a little bit of time, and he also was a Charlotte Hornet. Back when the Hornets had a squad for a little bit.
It's just
Alonzo
Jordan
Mourning, Kendall Gill, Rex Chapman was out there.
So, Ray,
I love how I just it's so funny because that's the first thing that pops up when you type in Grandmama. It's just Larry Johnson instantly.
Uncle Drew is Kyrie Irving.
Okay, yeah.
You know who the blind guy was? Lights in Uncle Drew?
Nah, who
Reggie Miller.
was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who the guy in the wheelchair was?
Shaquille O'Neal. No.
Nate Robinson. I thought you would at least know Nate Robinson.
Again, he only knows wrestling.
He was a fucking NCAA basketball champion. Cap, don't let Ray fool you.
Oh, I was about to say, like, Nate Robinson ain't win no goddamn NCAA champ.
Shit, Ray was about to go into the NAACP.
There's so many things that just can we not offend more people today?
Yo, if you got offended by a Spanish man,
Who have I offended? I haven't offended a single person.
Not you, Cat.
if you're offended by the shit I say, then you need to grow up.
Oh man.
You don't get the letters. There for everybody.
Oh shit.
Johnny Cochran fight for me.
Yo, speaking of Johnny Cock, you know what's funny? We were talking with my coworkers about the whole O.J. Simpson thing,
Yeah.
and one lady had not seen a documentary, so she wasn't up on the story. The other lady has watched the documentary, so she knew a lot. And here's me, who was adding to the conversation, not watching any documentaries, just had lived through it.
Oh yeah.
And all these years later, I still remember what the fuck it was like. Dude, they literally stopped our class to watch the Bronco chase and the fucking verdict.
You know what's
Fifth grade. They stopped our class, brought in the TV.
to watch the verdict?
Yeah.
Yo, because O.J. Simpson, don't get it twisted, was one of the most popular people at that time.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so loved. He was going to be the Terminator.
Was
But
it?
they told James Cameron not to cast him because they didn't want to portray OJ as a villain.
And that's why he killed his wife.
That's
That's
not why he
why.
did
It was audition.
Jesus Christ.
that. Are you Sarah Connor?
I was gonna say, I think now the most like recent case that's been as like the Johnny Depp one. I remember hearing that they stopped certain classes to watch like the breakdown of it because of how much people were going on about that.
Well, I mean, come on. Her dog did step on a bee. So, I mean, if that's not national fucking news right there.
Yeah.
The amount of people that were talking about that case was crazy.
Dude, I can't
But,
believe that for a split second. That you ever seen that video where Jason Momoa Skypes in?
Yeah.
I swear to God, the first time I saw it, because I tend to watch shit without sound.
Yeah.
If I'm at work or something, I thought it was real. And then I heard him. I was like, that's not real. That can't be real.
So the funny thing is I remember because I watched a lot of that case. I was like, and then seeing that video, I was like, wait, when did this happen? Because it looked so fucking real. I was like, I don't remember. Also, if this would have happened, someone would have gotten in contempt of the court because Jason Momoa just sounds drunk as fuck.
Yo, for the people watching at home, the reason why Ray was so in tune with that case is he was building his own defense.
Yes, I too have also shat in an ex-partner's bed.
Yeah, but that's the first time they actually went overseas to get something overturned, because in America when he originally filed for defamation or other shit, they were like, nah. And then he went to England and they were like, well, you got some merit here. And then he fucking won, and it's like, oh shit. Johnny Depp was like, fuck that. I don't care if it's here or there. All around the world, baby. You are not fucking with me. You ain't gonna throw no bottle at my ass and disrespect me. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Speaking of which, he is in talks to return as Jack Sparrow.
Will Michael Bolton be on that soundtrack? States.
If he's not, that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Oh man. I should just be played just every time. Just make sure. Johnny Depp should just have that every time he walks into a room. Just have that Michael Bolton part. Just the ballad version, not even the Lonely Island version. Just the ballad. Just
yeah. Just to bring it a little bit back to the comics.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that we I think we noticed, but we never put two and two together. Never spoke about it on this podcast, at least. And it was about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Everybody was so invested in Peter and Gamora, but no one realized that Gamora was like a mother to Groot.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, Groot and Rocket together, but Gamora was like a mother to Groot. And at the end, when the other Gamora was working with him, you have like someone pointed out, and they saw all the scenes where Groot tried to talk to her, and he was nervous, and he was like, because it was like, how do you go up to your mom that doesn't know you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Oh man, yeah. Oh shit.
Damn, so that puts even more emphasis when he says, "I am Groot," and she responded to him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because they showed all the things. Because you do know that when Groot died in the first one, that seed was not that was a seedling of Groot, so that was a different Groot. You didn't know that, right? Did you?
No,
That's why he looked different. He looked different. He acted different. That was a completely different Groot. Groot died in the first one. Yeah, this was like a spawn of that group.
So am I the only one? Am I the only one that thought that's just the same group?
Not I went down the rabbit hole, but
Okay.
they did explain. They did explain that's why he was bigger, and he had different things in that group.
Because I just thought, because again the whole system of plants, I'm just thinking he's going through life again, but I just thought it's the same group. Oh, that makes that moment even sadder though.
Yeah, because when you watch it back and he's fucking dancing while that big ass thing, and she's like, get away from me, you're gonna get hurt. Like she's
Yeah.
doing the mother shit. And
I'm gonna rewatch the Guardians
no,
series.
dude, there was scenes like legitimate scenes where Drax is holding Groot and he just passes it off to Gamora, and he's just sitting on Gamora's shoulder.
Yeah.
And they're doing stuff, or like people be shooting at it and Gamora like covers them and shit like that. It's a bunch of like little nuances in the movie that you don't realize the relationship that Gamora had with the other characters.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I feel like you definitely the main relationships you look at is always Quill and Gamora.
Yeah.
The relationship between Rocket and Groot.
Nebula and Gamora.
Yeah, and then later on with Mantis and Drax. And then the little there between just Quill, and then just seeing how he was with the rest. But like, damn, I didn't look at it like that. That's crazy. That adds a whole nother layer to it, because again, that just adds the emotion of when Gamora died, to think just what that meant more to everyone else too, not just to Quill. Because we only get to really see his emotion that cost them the fucking. They had Thanos, man. It was right there. Right there.
I've said my piece. That's not that.
Oh, so it was right there, man.
So now, knowing that, and knowing that James Gunn is doing the Superman movie, are you now more hyped?
I'm gonna give it a chance. I still just, for the trailer does not like do it for me. But I still am gonna give it a chance, because James Gunn hasn't done us wrong. So I feel like if there's anyone that's gonna like give life to DC right now, it's gonna be him.
What is it about the trailer that's not doing? Is it not showing enough? Is it showing something you don't like? Is it what?
It didn't click for me. Like, it just felt like, and it's weird because it's one of those where it's like, I understood that this was also gonna be the almost like, hey, this is what you're gonna see in the future. But it was like, it's a good thing and a bad thing that it's not just the same Superman movie. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of wanted to also be a Superman movie, if that makes sense. But again, the trailer is just what I have the little bit of a nitpick of. But again, I'm still gonna give it a watch, and I'll probably end up enjoying the movie. But
have you seen the Christopher Reeve Superman?
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I've seen every Superman movie.
Because a little bit you see of him as Clark Kent is the majority of him as Superman, in at least part one.
Yeah,
but I get it. It's just we see crypto. We see like you when you're able to make people ask questions in a trailer that aren't bad questions.
Yeah,
like who fucked Superman up?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like who fucked this man up? That's question number one. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the best thing about it, because it's like you're used to just seeing oh, them doing like they're showcasing their power and they're just this. It's like when it starts with, oh, there's gonna be that moment like to grab your attention.
Yeah.
And it was perfect because they do that in this one and they do that in the Fantastic Four. That's like, oh, this isn't just gonna be the happy-go-lucky movie either. What you want? You want emotions.
Yeah.
You want to feel stuff during this. So I will say that was a plus in it. It was just other things that were just like,
Okay, I get it.
but also crypto. I was a fan of seeing crypto.
Yeah.
Just need to run a little more fast, but I feel like that might have just been for dramatic effect of the scene that they slowed him down a bit.
Did you see Superman and Lois, the TV show?
I did not. I've seen the clips, but I have not gotten to like actually.
It's a good show to watch.
Yeah.
But the last episode, boy, do they explain, like, I don't want to give it away just in case if you plan on watching it.
I am gonna watch it.
But
the problem is TikTok spoiled basically the whole
Yeah.
fucking episode.
The way they end that series is almost like, all right, this makes sense for Superman.
Yeah.
You know?
No, again, TikTok ruined like every major moment because again, once you watch one clip on TikTok, it's just like
It's over.
here, you're gonna want to watch this and this and this. And it's just like, so I've seen all the important stuff. I want to go back and watch the show. I'm glad I watched the not the movie, the series, The Flash, because if not, TikTok basically gave me the whole overview of The Flash.
Yeah. You watch one short or whatever.
That's it.
It's funny because before I think what came after Guardians 3? Was it Black Panther?
No, Black Panther came out first, I think. Wakanda Forever, then Guardians.
And then
Wakanda
what?
Forever was in November. Guardians came out like May, I think.
Yeah, so before Guardians of the Galaxy, I would have nothing but Screen Rant and all these other shows, show me characters, fucking Easter eggs, everything like that. Now there isn't one fucking thing about comic books on my YouTube feed because I stood away from all the spoilers and all that other shit. And YouTube's like, oh, you like people who buy houses and make epoxy tables. Here goes 17 of them. Like, fuck, I just watched one $50 million home. I guess I'm gonna start getting into real estate, I guess.
No, yeah, that's it. All you have to do is just watch that one. The minute you watch that one, now it's like you're gonna want to watch this, you're gonna want to watch this, like it was like that with Cobra Kai. That it was like the minute I watched one clip, I was like, nope. Let me watch the fucking last part of the season because if not, it's gonna fucking spoil it for me.
Yo, that chick, Renee, the bad girl?
Yes.
I watched a clip that explained who she was, 14-time black belt or a taekwondo champion. Like, she's legit martial artist. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And then you start seeing the fucking other cast talking about the last season. It's like, no. I only watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, the first episode. And they started training. And I said, you know what? I gotta watch this shit at home. If I'm gonna watch these last episodes, I'm gonna do it on a big ass 4K TV that I spend good money on. And I'm gonna do that shit in my own fucking house, and I don't want nobody bothering me. I don't want to be at fucking work or on my phone or none of that other shit. Fuck that. Because I remember was going, oh, Cobra Kai on YouTube. Damn, that sucks. I don't have YouTube. Then it came out on Netflix, and I was like, yo, this has to be one of the best shows I've watched in years.
Yeah, no, this last part you're definitely gonna want to watch on the right time just because it is an emotional roller coaster.
Shit, you remember the kid that beat Johnny in the tournament? The Spanish dude in the original movies?
Yeah.
He's one of the fucking guests in the Kai Tai.
Yo, your command of these fucking words.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck they call it. That's what they said. Unchai to pie.
The world tournament.
Yeah. The gung pao into the fist.
Yo, I don't know who's worse. You with these words or show with actual just words?
With actual names of just things. Of just like. So what do we add this to? Just this is now Diamond Championship. Diamond Championship.
Diamond Championship Wrestling.
Yeah. Diamond shit.
Diamond Championship Dictionary now. That's where we're at.
That's it.
Because of the pronunciations.
Yo, you ain't gotta worry about a spoiler with me because ain't nobody talking
You're
about
never gonna fucking know what
yeah, there's no cha-cha slide in the fucking Cobra Kai. But when you see it, you know it.
Yo, Toast said like, yo, you ever see Bloodsport? I want to fight in the Coumadin. Like, Coumadin is it's a medicine. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna call it the Kumite. So you're almost there. You know?
Shit.
Like there's a whole song about it.
Ray.
Yeah.
Which brick did he break?
Which brick did he break? The fuck?
God damn it.
God damn, well, I'm mad because it's like.
Have you seen Bloodsport?
Yes, I've seen Bloodsport. I've seen.
Are you
That's
sure?
why I was making fun of the Kumite because I'm like, he said he's gonna call it the Kumite. Yes, I've seen. Yes.
So which
And
one?
what brick?
Fuck.
Not that one.
No, it wasn't that one. But it's just like I'm fucking drawing a blank here. What the fuck?
Bottom.
Holy shit.
He just said it.
No, I didn't hear him. That was the worst part.
Okay.
Can't even take hints.
Here's a stack, right?
Uh-huh.
This would be the what?
That would be the top, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the opposite?
The bottom.
There you go.
He broke the whole stack. Yeah.
No,
He broke.
he did
No.
the thing
He
to
did it
only
twice.
break the bottom brick.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start taking more fish oil because I'm forgetting a lot of fucking shit. This is not good.
Dude, that unless you start eating fish straight out the ocean, ain't no fish oil you can take.
Yeah, fish grease.
Brother, it is bad because I'm forgetting a lot of this shit.
Because of that water.
I'm gonna blame it on the water now?
Yeah, you got too much hydrogen in your fucking in your brain.
You got too much O's, not enough twos in there.
Apparently, that's oh fuck.
Yeah, funny how Ray knows everything about Cobra Kai but can't fucking remember Deep Blue Sea. Facts.
Because Damien, I just saw
It's pretty much the same movie.
I just saw Cobra Kai recently. That's why it's still stuck in my head. Because if not, again, there's a lot of useless fucking information up here because of wrestling.
Yo, so all right, before we get to the main event,
Well,
people are saying that they should bring back Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox to make one big ass Transformers movie, and I'm saying no. I'm Rorschach here. You're gonna whisper. You're gonna yell for help, and I'll whisper back, no. You know who Rorschach is, Ray?
Do you know what a Rorschach is?
no. What is a Rorschach?
You don't know what a Rorschach is?
Not that I can. No.
Like legit?
Legit, yeah. I was just like, what's wrong?
So the Rorschach test is a psychological test where they show you essentially an ink blot.
Oh, that's what that's.
And they ask you, what do you see within the ink blot?
Okay.
So
You know what's
Rorschach
messed
is.
up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the fucked up thing is I've taken that test. I just didn't know that's what it was called.
Did you pass?
Yes.
Wait, why did you take that test?
We'll talk about that off the air.
He had to get his red hair somehow. But
Oh, I forgot. When you had a Diddy party, they screen you.
you got so many baby mamas, they got to test to see if you got reflexes. So Rorschach is like the Batman of the Watchmen.
Okay.
And his mask changes. It's an ink blotch that constantly fucking changes.
Gotcha.
That's why they call him that.
So, speaking of Watchmen, who's smarter? The guy that actually blew up a nuke and made everybody love him for it?
Ozymandias.
Yeah, or anyone else in the comic book in comic book lore?
Well, so here's the thing, right? Because Ozymandias had one plan and it worked to perfection.
Yeah.
But Doom has had multiple plans work to perfection for many a year. So it's take your pick. Is it the New York Jets who are 1-0 in the Super Bowl? Or Tom Brady who's won 18 fucking bajillion of them? Which one's better?
Yeah, like the percentages is like
Ray had a collection of baby oil? Shit.
no, Toad's the one with the baby oil.
Yeah. I don't know how you have a collection. They don't come in like.
I was like, is there different Damien, what do you know that we don't know?
Well, maybe I got the one that locks up 10 times the moisture. Maybe you got the 8 times.
I guess maybe there's difference. Or is he going by like the sizes of the bottles? And maybe like we got the small little bottle baby oil and the big bottle.
This is Johnson and Johnson. Maybe you got the Johnson.
You got the General Mills.
Oh, yeah, just got all the Jesus.
Word. Get a bushel of white girls. All right. Speaking of that,
I want to see how you're gonna segue from this.
Yo, you know they're no longer called the bushel. A group of white girls is now called the pumpkin spice.
Ah. But yeah.
Is that what you want to do with the pumpkin spice?
Listen, man, you ever seen American Pie? I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I have. Let's move on.
All right. What movie did your mom go out with Squeak?
Yo, Ray has the Timu version. Ray's bottle just says oil of baby.
What movie is that from, Ray?
What was the line?
Your mom went out with Squeak?
There's no way he saw that movie. I guarantee you right now, Ray has probably
he's
never
way
even
too
heard
young.
of that movie.
What movie is it?
Basketball.
Yeah, I've seen the fucking movie. What?
All right. So then, who made that movie? I don't even need to know their name. You can just say another project they've done.
Wait.
The creators of Close.
Hold on.
I'll give you the names.
Wait a second. No, isn't it the wait? I was trying to think if it's not Sailor's production, isn't it?
No,
it's not. So fuck. Yeah, you're gonna have to either tell me or what.
Matt Stone, Trey Parker. Well, Kyle's mom was a big fat bitch, as biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
Uncle Fucker, shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Oh, God.
And I finished. And I finished. And I finished. And I finished. And
Is this not ringing a bell?
Okay, I'm finished.
No, I know it's South Park references, but I just still can't remember the fucking production team.
That I just told you. The guys who made South Park, Matt
okay.
Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah, my bad. It was
America, fuck yeah. See, right, you don't have useless knowledge until you do what I just fucking did.
Oh God, this is.
You know, what did I do today? The two girls I work with were talking about Greece, and I stopped them to spew out a fucking popular fan theory that they've never heard of. That's useless knowledge.
Hey, I still say I have too much useless knowledge about wrestling. So this is,
What year was the 1996 Royal Rumble, Ray?
I feel like it might have been 1996.
Wrong.
When was it?
Everybody knows it's a year off, like the video game.
It's 96.
No, that is the funniest thing about the video game. That's always the year. Now that it's finally, nope. Now we actually care, and we're gonna do the year that it's supposed to be. We're gonna fucking put it out.
They don't have the people in the year that it's.
That was the cover up. That I was like, oh, if we do the year before, it's like doesn't matter because the roster is gonna be off. Now it's just because they fire him by the time that they fucking.
Well, you know why they did that with the sports games?
What was that?
Well, because the New York Rangers won the Stanley Cup in 1994, but that was the 93 season. It's just it played all until they won it.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the yearing is always off because
It's because
starts in one calendar year and ends in a different one.
See, but that makes sense with the actual like just sports games with WWE. It never made sense because it's like, why would you not just put out the game that year? But yeah, apparently with them it was just because of the quarter, like how they marketed their quarter sales and all that. So I was like, well, we got to put it out around this time, so markets for the next year.
And with another example of useless knowledge,
Yep.
What is it time for?
Okay, hold on.
It is now time for the main event of the episode, as we'll be talking about the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, or Spider Guy. They call him Spider Guy too much in the show.
That should have been an alternate. That from now on he should have just been a Spider Guy.
Spider Guy.
The
Spider
amount of
Guy.
times they call him Spider Guy on the show, it's just like he could have been Spider Guy.
So right, since this is a TV show that you actually watched,
Yes.
and you don't need to disappear for us talking about it.
Well, sometimes I do have to disappear because I'm like, God damn, I'll eventually watch it. And then there's sometimes I unfortunately just have to disappear because of other circumstances.
Because you got to take a poop.
There was that one time. Unfortunately, there was that one time that my stomach just said, "Yeah, we're not cooperating today."
That's his excuse for everything, ladies and gentlemen. Ray, did you watch that? I took a mean shit.
That's what I was doing instead of watching the show. I was taking a mean shit. But no, this one.
Then you keep eating $60 hamburgers. Dude.
You know what's fucked up? They closed that place down. So I guess they weren't making movies.
I wonder
You're
why.
the only one. You're the only one paying $60 for a burger.
Right. Going up to the fucking
Hey,
manager.
it was just me and Vladimir Kozlov. We were the only two keeping that.
Ramondo, why we not make money, Ramondo? The big burger $60. We sell one burger a month. The kid come with his mother. They split burger. What do you want me to do?
I didn't understand a fucking thing you just said.
I said, Roberto, why we make no money, Roberto? I don't know. The kid may come with his mother. He's the only one we sell burger to. Burger too goddamn expensive. He split burger with mother, then go get food because he can't afford no money else.
Okay, that made way more sense.
But that's what happened. I went to the store. I interviewed him.
So Ray, since you actually watched it, would you give us your thoughts first?
He's taking a shit.
No, I'm still laughing, but I started coughing because I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me not fucking. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
I apologize.
Stop dabbing and tell us what you think.
I wasn't trying to dab, trying to not cough fucking everywhere.
It's a serious shit, Ray.
It is. It's finally. Oh my god.
And we finally get a good Spider-Man in the MCU, and you're over here laughing your ass off. No.
Hey, no, this was. I will say that this might have been one of my favorite portrayals of the Spider-Man in general. And I was trying to tell my cousin for the longest to watch it because I was like, hey, I finally watched one of these shows fully, and I know he loves Spider-Man. His complaint is he doesn't like the animation style on it, and I'm just like, how?
Dude,
what did you think of that?
About this?
Yeah, let's get all your thoughts first before we.
What do you think of the animation style? Because I know Lay was saying that it was fucking with him in the beginning.
I thought it worked. I thought, you know what it felt like to me in a sense, it almost felt like video game-esque, like with the animation style. Like you know how they would do like almost how they would adapt the movie and turn it into a video game. That type of animation. That's what I felt like this was, but just being a show. So that the look it was for me. But I really loved the show. Like just from it started off so quick that it's funny because the first scene when he comes out when he has the oatmeal on him and he opens his bag to the oatmeal, I'm like, he's already Spider-Man? 5 minutes into the episode. I'm like, oh, it's just oatmeal. I guess not. Okay, we're gonna go a little slower. And then nope. Doctor Strange. Oh, so we're going really quick into this. Okay. I loved the tone of it. I loved it almost felt like, and you guys could disagree, but I felt like it was almost Spider-Man meets Archie with certain themes of it. Especially when it just with him trying to deal with basically normal life, dealing with just again with power comes great responsibility, dealing with just different levels of it. I love just the different cameos we got throughout. It's perfect that we're getting Daredevil soon because boom.
Wasn't the saying, Ray.
Wasn't the what?
That wasn't the saying in this one.
No, I know it wasn't the same in this one, but it's just dealing with it.
Yeah.
And I do like this was the saying that got me at the end of him saying how much it hurts, but it's what built him. Like how sometimes this hurts, but this is what builds him to who he is today. And him having to ask, so what if he could tell him the future, and him being like, "You'll be ready." Like just seeing just the theme of it all, of how it was going, he was dealing with things, and for that moment of like him having to be an adult still at that age, I just loved how this built. But we'll go deeper into it when we go into the breakdown. But again, I love this one, and I was glad I actually watched it through because this was something that's like, if they could do more like this, I'm a fan.
I enjoyed the subtle change from the movie adaptation of Spider-Man. How it wasn't Iron Man that got him; it was Osborn.
Yeah. When they had the little thing on the card, did we think Iron Man was showing up eventually in this? Like for that, like that reason of like, oh, it's just gonna be Iron Man again, teaching him in a sense.
Yeah, but it was dope because it's like okay, it's a different universe, and I thought it was a different universe in the beginning of the show. Like oh shit, fucking like Doctor Strange showed up and he brought show into the show, and show's muted, and that's why.
I made it, y'all. Wait a minute. Where did they go? You know the alarm went off behind me. I couldn't let the people hear that. You telling me I came to make noise and shit? What's up, guys?
You talking to us or you talking to them?
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
talking to y'all.
oh, because you're looking over
You
there.
talking to
like,
us, y'all, or them, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm working. I gotta look like I'm working.
Oh. Okay.
You
I don't
working
have
with
no
us or you
shame.
working with them?
With both of y'all.
Both of us y'all, or both of us, them, y'all?
Damn y'all. I think.
Why did this turn into Rush Hour to that scene?
Don't nobody understand the words that coming out your mouth.
That's because you have
Not you, him.
you have two people who are prolific with the fucking English language.
No. Lala won't let us in prolific. She don't like show. It sucks Spider-Man cannot be in Daredevil but be mentioned.
Yo,
You never know.
You can't put Tom Holland in that world if they're gonna do the Netflix version justice.
Yeah.
You can for a brief moment. Like on some in the newspaper. Like Spider-Man's in the newspaper. Spider-Man catches another purse robber or some shit. And that's part of the reason why he like retired. But we're not here to talk about Daredevil show. We're here to talk about Spider-Man. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Ray's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Our friendly neighborhood Knucklehead. And Ray was saying that he don't like the fact that he's white.
Oh shit, Ray, go suntan if you want to darken your color, man. Don't worry about it.
Damn. Ray don't hate himself. He hates Peter Parker.
Sure, you heard Toe say that Ray doesn't like the fact that Ray is white.
That's what I understood.
Damn,
Wow.
I'm fucking up again. Damn.
If show don't know you by now.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so that's one thing I gotta give this cartoon. They said everybody gonna be black in this motherfucker. With the one Chinese boy. Osborn's black, his son's black, the
Tombstone.
the original reptile, the one that, what's her name?
Dr. Connors.
Dr. Connors is black, Tombstone's black, fucking his crush is black.
Filipino.
Is she?
That's what she said, yeah.
All right. But and then his best friend is from the Runaways, the Asian girl, which you saw a glimpse of the magic happen when she was racing. But it goes to show you that, you can pull it off somewhere.
Yeah,
it's not in the movie.
This show had great storytelling, great heart. Still had that Saturday morning feel to it. I do agree, though, the animation is a little bit weird because it's like a animated claymation shit where it's not a smooth transition. It's more of like a cut jump to what the fuck they're doing. And that does throw the feeling of it a little bit off. That's my only nitpick.
Gotcha. Which again is not even a crazy thing to pick at either, because it's still just it works. Oh Jesus Christ. It works.
It works, but your mic stand don't.
My mic stand apparently doesn't want to work. I don't know what the fuck.
Word, what the fuck is going on here, Ray?
I don't know. Just it decided to come down like. My apologies. My mic arm or my mic. What was that Gigi calls these?
Extender.
The extender is not extending.
Erectile dysfunction.
Show, what did you do to my mic arm? Why is
You
it not
gave it erectile dysfunction. What the fuck are you talking about, Ray?
Sir.
shows up and my shit said, nope, we're going down. Whee.
Going down, baby.
Sure. Did you see the Spider-Man cartoon?
No, I actually was about to ask you a question because lately I've been getting into the MCU again, and because I went on Disney and I saw that they had the timeline. This is the first time I ever seen they got the timeline, so I started watching the timeline. But I don't know where Spider-Man falls into that because I've watched about 30 movies already. I'm up to the Avengers.
Yeah, he's not there yet.
No, I know. I can tell. Like they let everybody off before Spider-Man. They got Thor, they got this cousin, Iron Man.
Well, because if you watch them when they came out, they weren't making that movie yet. If you were in the Avengers 2012, you still what? When was Civil War? Like a good fucking 5 years to go?
15 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought Spider-Man was the first.
The first what?
Just the first of the well, I guess that's when I got into it.
The first of the month.
When Spider-Man with Tom Holland? No. What's his name?
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah. That's like the first MCU movie I ever seen.
No, that's a Marvel movie, not an MCU movie.
Yeah.
The first MCU movie was
Iron Man.
Technically Howard the Duck, but Iron Man.
Does that count now as the first MCU movie?
Well, it depends because if Marvel Studios produced it, then yes.
Oh, so that's the confusion. I'm watching Marvel in the order that they made it, not the MCU.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that took place before 2008 is a Marvel movie, but not the MCU.
Got it. I didn't know that. I thought everything belonged to the MCU.
Yeah. Because of future movies now, a lot of it's become canon in a sense, but it's not MCU.
Speaking of canon, what did y'all feel about when the technology made the people? Like that woman was Rhino, and she just had a helmet that could shoot lasers.
Well, so she was not the Rhino. That dude is clearly Rhino. But I like the fact that they had Otto Octavius hand out powers, because that's a lot of C-list characters, and especially in New York. That's how they get their powers. They either go to the power broker, or they go to the tinkerer, or somebody who knows technology and can give them augments that help them out. That's actually what was it? It was Secret. It's a different Secret War that they did a special like mini series for, where they introduced Quake, and that whole series was they sent in a special team to Latveria that had Power Man, Cap, Daredevil, Quake, and Spiderman and Wolverine, and I think Black Widow. They sent them in there because somebody was giving all these fucking C-level super villains upgraded technology. They were actually able to fuck up Luke Cage and rupture his shit internally, which fucked him up because they can't get in there to cut through his skin and shit.
Yeah, because even though his skin is unbreakable, his organs are not.
Correct.
And if you hit him hard enough, you can rupture his lung or
Yeah, like
something like
Captain
that.
America holding a shield. You hit that shield hard enough, it's gonna stand, but you might break his arm.
You answered my next question. I was gonna say who would win a fight between him and Hulk, but if Hulk hits him hard enough, it's over.
Oh, he fought the Hulk before, right? Because according to some renditions of Luke Cage, he gets stronger throughout time.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what exactly is canon after 70 years of everybody writing a fucking comic. So,
Yeah.
but back to this show.
Yeah.
This is the spoiler section now. For anybody who doesn't know, this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a what if show. Because it's what if the trajectory of Spider-Man slightly skewed.
Yeah.
We still get he got bit by an Oscorp spider, which that's the only other thing that I really don't like about the show, which we can get into detail in a second, but
Yeah.
still bit by an Oscorp spider. But in this world, as we alluded to, Norman Osborn is the one who finds him and helps him with everything, and he doesn't become an Avenger.
Yeah. Yeah. Real quick, I want to ask Show and Ray, what's the significance of Osborn genetically enhancing the spider? Like, why was he doing it in the comic books, not in the show?
You know what's crazy? I never even asked myself that question.
Okay, so a lot of the scientists in the Marvel universe were tasked to recreate the super soldier serum, but because a lot of it was destroyed, they had to come up with their own methods on making it. So
Yeah.
Bruce Banner was trying to use gamma radiation, and that didn't work. So Osborn was using spider cells and all their natural strength and all that to recreate the super soldier serum.
I was gonna say I thought it was to create like superhumans in a sense to be able to add.
Like they say, Captain America was the perfect soldier.
Yeah.
And if you have an army full of him, who's stopping?
Here's another pop quiz just to do it real quick because I got useless knowledge. Name the female in Marvel Comics that has the same variant of the super soldier serum that Steve Rogers does. I'll take either her real name or her superhero name.
Natasha Miliganto.
Ooh.
Nah,
I like how at least
No, it's not Fedor Emelianenko.
I'm gonna make both names. Oh shit.
Ray, what are you guessing at? I honestly don't think Toe maybe he might know this,
yeah,
but I don't think there's a way you two would know this. I'm
I
just throwing it
definitely
out for fun.
yeah no.
So who is it?
I don't know. I'm thinking Natasha Romanoff, but nah.
Now, so her father also worked on that project. That's how she got it. It is-
Oh,
oh,
Bob Ross daughter.
No.
no, not Betty Ross.
My bad.
It is Felicia Harding, the Black Cat.
Ah,
Oh.
which is funny because going into the Super Soldier Serum, there's so many different versions of it. So the Taskmaster has a weak version of the Super Soldier Serum,
Yeah.
where from what me and Lay were talking about is that he can remember moves, but the more stuff he remembers photographically, he forgets short term memory. And then the Red Guardian has a certain uh mixture of the Super Soldier Serum. Bucky has a different mixture of it. I think um Samuel Jackson's character, and I can for some reason every time I want to talk about fucking this guy specifically, if I'm mentioning him,
Nick Fury.
if I'm mentioning Nick Fury for some other reason, he's there. When I want to talk about Nick Fury purposely,
Yeah, specifically.
he does not. He cannot. I can't fucking
Distinguished?
remember his name. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
So Nick Fury has a very weak version of the Super Soldier Serum that just keeps him young. Now Cap was saying that might be the white Nick Fury.
That's only the white Nick Fury.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that have a version of the Super Soldier Serum that's not as good as Cap's.
Gotcha.
But then they say most of that in that bottle was from Steve Rogers. That's why it was never really duplicated.
Yeah, because Steve Rogers has the one that Red Skull had. And we see what happened where Red Skull turned into that. Johann Schmidt turned into that. And Steve turned into what he did.
Yeah.
So now to get back into our topic here before we got to run out. So this is a slightly altered version of events, which I thought was fucking brilliant because things still played out similar to what we know happens in the movies. It's just 2 degrees off.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great what if and a more true to form what would actually happen in a multiverse. It wouldn't be such a drastic fucking left all the time. It would just be we're on the same path, slightly askew.
Yeah. And he was taking pictures of himself, but it wasn't for money. It was just for fun.
Yeah.
Because Uncle Ben's camera.
Yeah. Now, the thing I didn't like, which we're getting into all this shit here, is at the beginning of the episode, at the beginning of the show, Strange shows up. He's fighting a symbiote. The spider falls through the fucking wormhole, the portal shit. Bites Pete. He's Spider-Man, right? Which, by the way, I loved his white suit. That's probably the best looking spider suit I've seen in a while. Then it's revealed later on in the series that what we saw in the beginning hadn't happened yet. And Osborn opens up a portal to space. The symbiote comes through, Strange shows up, and in the results of that fight, it jumps back to the first episode. But where I have a nitpick of that is they injected the spider with Peter Parker's Spider-Man blood. And I hate that fucking time loop where the grandfather paradox where he got bit by a spider that was not made yet and got powers, resulting in them shooting up his own blood. And like,
Yeah.
to me, that doesn't make logical fucking sense. But you know, it is what it is for the show. What'd you think about that?
Because it doesn't really follow the going back in time rules that they set in Infinity. It's like you can't go back in time and change your future. But then he went back in time and changed his past by changing his future.
Yeah, and
Which is kind of like now Doctor Strange set a branch universe, which means who opened up that portal for the symbiote in the beginning?
yeah,
Was it Dr. Octavius?
and see, it opens up so many questions because how did none of this happens if you don't get to that point,
Yeah.
right? But he hadn't gotten to that point when we were watching this happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's why I think time travel as a whole is just stupid. But that doesn't take that's a negative that I have, but it doesn't take away from the show. The show's fucking good. The writing was good. I think the guy, what was his name? Jason Domingo? I think it's the guy who's playing Osborn. He did a hell of a job of being menacing, but being supportive. Seeing how he could turn into the Goblin, but still be a good father to Harry, but still neglectful. Like the portrayals were great. They even had a sidekick in training for Dead Daredevil that I didn't even know existed. I had to
Open
look her
Domingo,
up.
yeah. Yeah, damn, what do you call her? Prodigy?
Something like that.
Which was kind of dope, because you wouldn't expect that. But and also like one of the things is like he's with one of the girls from the Runaways.
Yeah.
They're best friends. I seen the Runaways TV show. Spider-Man wasn't it?
Yeah, and I saw a couple episodes of it, but again, this is another good portrayal of Nico. I've yet to see her in anything, be it the Runaway show, this show, the what do you call it, the Midnight Suns video game. They do her character justice every time they bring her on.
Okay. I like the white suit, but I guess I'm a stickler for the original. Like I liked it when he went back to the red and blue one.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the fact that for a redesign, that was pretty fucking cool. Like it wasn't as dumb as all the other ones that they tried to.
Yeah, and it wasn't just another blue and red with a little bit of gold here.
Yeah.
But telling you what's her name? Nico? The runaway?
Nico.
She said it from the beginning. Osborn's a piece of shit. Why are you working with him? And then Daredevil, he's hiding something. And the Sun is even awesome. I can't rock with him.
Yeah, but that's Spider-Man. He's trusting.
Yeah, hold on, let me use that.
Well, Right. What did you think of the whole grandfather paradox twist?
You know what's crazy that now it's talking about it. I didn't know that was the purpose of this first. That it was gonna be a what if scenario. So seeing that, I was like, okay, I like this take on it because I went in again not knowing what it was. I remember we spoke about it a bit because of Biggie's portrayal in it, which he did really well as a voice actor. But I like the twist with the grandfather paradox. My apologies. But I wanted to mention with the suit, I also like the different suit instead of just the another version of the classic look to it.
Yeah.
But I'm still calling that first suit he wore his Fast and the Furious suit because of having the Nas tank to be his assist of how he could web around.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, that for what he has available to him, that's fucking smart.
No, it worked out. It worked so well. Like I love seeing just the progression though throughout the season of getting to see it be clean and and slick with the look of it. Even at the end, just in that fight of just seeing how it looked. It was a nice portrayal of it. I really hope we get to see another uh version of stuff like this of getting those different sides of it and different angles of it. That would be cool to just see what they can come up with.
What
Show
did you
definitely
think?
watch this show. When
What
you
did you
get
think of the whole 110s angle with Tombstone?
110 thing.
With the whole thing with him and his brother, and he had to join the gang, and
That was kind of the point of what I said with the just the emotion of it that I felt like it's I like that this is another reason I told my cousin to watch because I feel like something like this it's almost here's your deep message almost with it that you needed for a show like this. Um but I liked it. I thought it was different to portray it like this. Um and give that little just here's something else than just your normal uh cut and dry with Spider-Man.
yeah, Matt Gorgon is the leader of the gang, and not just some random person.
Which I will say that I felt like this was it was the best to get characters that we don't normally see in roles like this, and it's almost like it gave a nice shine to stuff like that. That's like okay, this gave that hey, even if you aren't as familiar with other characters in Spider-Man, this gave you a nice portrayal and this take on it.
What? All right. Do you think there's going to be a season 2?
Uh, I hope so.
Because I don't know the viewership numbers per se yet, but I do know that the review numbers are not as high on it as we are.
I wouldn't be surprised just because even how like what if is depleted a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it unfortunately doesn't get the best viewership. But I do hope they do a season 2 of it just because I feel like this was almost scratching the surface of what they could tell. Like I feel like there's more they can add to it and just other scenarios we could possibly see, especially if them. I love that in the last episode of just, hey, let's give you this, let's show you how all this happened. Now it's like, oh, so that's how the spider gets there. Like, okay, so now there's alternates we can see. Like we just see different versions of where it could go from here, where it could happen here. I don't want to spoil the other thing that they show in it for show, just because again, you want to watch it. Yo, what's going on, Leon? But it's interesting to see just how a show like this can be done. That I feel like we should see a season 2, and I feel almost like we should see maybe other shows given takes like this. Like, hey, what if it went this route instead of this route, and a full interpretation of it instead of just like what if that it's like you get an episode about this, an episode about this. Let's take something a whole
So this is
different.
what if should be. Not what if Shang-Chi all of a sudden was a cowboy who shoots
Yeah.
guns. Like that was dumb.
So do you think that we're gonna get the other guy's cartoon. I don't know if that's what he didn't want to spoil for Joe. The other guy that popped up in that one episode.
I mean, we're getting his show.
No, I hear you, but if it's a what if, you think this is gonna lead into series of characters in different.
Oh no, the thing I didn't. Well, that we've already said. Yeah, that I could see. I think for now we're not going to get it just because we're getting his live action in a sense. But I meant the alternate for Peter. If you remember what they showed, that's something that's like, huh? That's one route to take Peter Parker.
So before we head out of here,
yeah,
you had mentioned the Mandela Effect original line.
Yeah.
What is the line said in this version of Spider-Man?
I'm gonna butcher it. So please for everyone watching.
No, I'll fix it when you.
No,
you
I'm gonna butcher it because I already fucked it up by saying the actual lines. That's why I'm like,
go ahead.
Yeah, butcher it. Yeah, I dare you.
No, because I fucking said it the actual way. The fucking
because you don't know.
I double dog dare you.
Just say the line, please.
That's what we're saying for you.
No, you say the line.
Because you don't know the line, Cap.
With great power comes respect. Which, to have Norman Osborn say that has some weight to it where you're like, ooh, that's the first time I've ever heard that in a negative connotation.
Nope.
And Ray, what could you have possibly said to butcher that? With great power comes Tahiti? Like,
no, because I'm still the OG quote is just still stuck in my head, which is funny because you would think for what we're doing on July 19th, the respect line would fucking stick with me. But there you go.
You don't watch movies.
But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tomorrow we are back with
real quick.
Yeah.
Because I just put two and two together.
Yeah.
Norman Osborn was a bad guy playing a good guy just to keep his cover, like to not show his true his true identity and shit.
Yeah.
But Tombstone turned and embraced his bad guy side to be a part of the gang, but he's really a good guy.
Well,
he's the reason why Peter didn't kill Scorpion.
Yeah, but you got to remember, this is not Adrian Toombs.
No, I know that. I'm just saying it's funny how the guy that starts off good and then goes bad and accepts, all right, this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
Is the guy that's telling Peter, you're not like these people. Where Norman is the guy that's, oh, I care about you. I do this, I do that. When he's the guy going, kill this nigga.
Well, because he was bad all along. Remember with Tomb, it was more of it wasn't like he has it. It was his only choice at that point. It's not like.
But I'm pointing out like those little subtle hints.
Yeah, but again, that was the great thing that they told. It's storytelling at a great arc right there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ray. Tell them what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so we're back. Weekend. We are back tomorrow once again with Knucklehead Sports. Tune in. We'll have the whole squad here as we got some more things to discuss. Thursday we are back with Wrestling with Knuckleheads as we'll be giving our predictions and preview for the Elimination Chamber that will be happening this weekend. And then tune in possibly Friday and or Saturday for the Toe in the Show with Ray and Gigi show. We still haven't decided. We're gonna figure out now what day he's available, and then we'll let y'all know. Again, like, comment, subscribe, so that way you don't miss when we're going live. And also, again, after this, go check out my interview with Joe Hendry, as we talked a lot about his current reign as TNA World Champion, his experience at the Royal Rumble, and so much more. Take us home, too.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this was the review for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but it's also been your friendly neighborhood Knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.